Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on the video today. Today we're going to be talking about Hyliion stock. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. So today we're going to be talking about Hyliion stock. And if you guys don't know what Hyliion stock is, it's basically a company that just became public on the New York Stock Exchange. They produce electrified powertrains for large truck vehicles, battery-powered trucks, which is going to be a big industry. I know a lot of people have been seeing Tesla, Nikola Motors, Hyliion, and all these other companies have been coming out, and they want to get into the truck industry, run fully on battery. This thing was once traded as Tortoise Acquisition. If you guys don't know, Tortoise Acquisition and Hyliion did a merger. Well, they announced a merger back in June, but the merger actually just did go through. Taking a look at the one-year chart, October 2nd, it became known as Hyliion stock, and it quickly sank. And a lot of people were wondering why. Why did Hyliion sink? Shouldn't this be good news for the company? Well, you guys have to understand too that a lot of people, they don't actually wait for the news. They buy the hype and they sell the news. That's kind of the common stock investing strategy that most people have been using the last couple of years. Most people don't, even when it comes to earnings, if companies are expected to have good earnings, or they do have good earnings but they weren't as good as expected, leads the overall stock to just completely tank, or it goes down. But in Friday's trading session, Hyliion was down 12%. But I do still think Hyln is a very good stock that people should be picking up, just because it does offer a lot of value as a company. Just know Hyliion's market cap currently sits at $6.5 billion, which is already pretty huge. It's already a big company, and I'm expecting a lot from Hyln only due to the simple fact that the demand for the whole EV industry in itself is growing rapidly. A lot of people are going to be demanding battery-powered trucks, especially big corporations. Now, I know Hyliion doesn't produce the trucks specifically. They just produce the electrified powertrain for the trucks, but it's still going to be a big industry. If this whole battery truck kind of industry starts taking off, and the way it's looking like, it looks like it's going to be taking off. I've already been reading a lot of reports that a lot of companies are asking for pre-orders for deliveries for these large battery-powered semi-trucks, and that's because they know that it's going to save the companies a lot of money. They don't have to do maintenance costs. They're going to be a lot more updated with technology. It's overall just going to be a better tackle to the solution of not only being able to save companies a lot of money, but it's also just the more advanced technologies, more capable. You're going to get more capability out of the trucks. The trucks are going to be able to do more. That's kind of the whole thing that's surrounding Workhorse stock right now as well. It's talk with USPS about a $6 billion deal to roll out 180,000 trucks. A lot of people are like, it's not because the USPS wants to, just get new cool trucks. It's because overall it's going to save the companies money. They don't have to worry about maintenance costs or gas. They have a decent mile range before they have to recharge again. And as technology goes on, batteries are going to start having longer range, and you're also going to get faster charging batteries. So overall, it's just a better investment when it comes to USPS and all these other companies that are going to be wanting battery-powered trucks. Not only that, but some companies, they fail to innovate, and they fail to kind of just keep in the same kind of tack. And this is where Hyliion comes in. I think Hyliion is a very innovative company. I think it's planning itself for what could be the potential business 5 to 10 years from now. If you guys don't know, companies only care about the bottom line. So if companies can save money by buying these trucks, then companies are going to eat up these trucks like crazy, and it's going to be a growing industry. But not only that, the whole EV market in itself is growing like crazy. A lot of people are bullish on the EV market. A lot of analysts are also bullish on the EV market, always giving these EV companies analyst upgrades, always upping their investments in these EV companies. Big time investors are upping their stakes in these companies. You have GM, who's taking a really big stake in Nikola Motors. You have ARK Invest, who has large portions of shares in Tesla and Workhorse stock. I mean, overall, the industry is very bullish. A lot of people are bullish about it, and a lot of people are picking up a lot of shares. I know Hyln is going to do very, very well. I know sometimes people don't get patient, but when I'm picking up Hyliion stock, I'm going to be looking at it from the long-term perspective. I'm going to be looking at it the long-term as where's Hyliion stock, or where's Hyliion Corporation going to be 10 years from now? You have to understand that even taking a look at Tesla, founded in 2003, wasn't profitable at all. A lot of people thought Tesla was going to zero. A lot of people thought Tesla was going bankrupt. 17 years later, it was trading at $2,500 a share. A lot of people are bullish on Tesla. They're rolling out a lot of cars. Their cars are getting eaten up like crazy. Their cars are everywhere on the road. So overall, you can't make this judge analysis just based off a week of trading or a month of trading. A lot of people said the same thing, that Tesla is going to fail, and Tesla didn't do well for a very long time. But now look at it, because a lot of people who were bullish on Tesla did have the long-term view on Tesla. They thought, okay, this battery-powered industry is a very good idea. I think when Tesla came in, it was a little too early for its time, but now look at it. A lot of people are using Tesla as an example. A lot of people are basically saying that like Tesla is the pioneer of the EV industry. A lot of these EV companies are IPOing, and I do think people should buy the dip on Hyliion. I think Hyliion as a company is going to have a lot to provide. I know that it's going to soon enough start getting analyst upgrades. I know that a lot of people are going to take big stakes in Hyliion, and once they get the show on the road, I know Hyliion is going to be a very good corporation. Despite what people say, some people say Hyliion's going to fail. Some people will say, oh, Hyliion was supposed to do better ever since the merger. Well, you guys have to understand that when I'm picking up shares of an EV company, I'm going to be looking at it in the long term. I know that the whole EV market is going to be dominant in the next coming years. Even in the state of a pandemic, EV companies are doing very, very well. Look at Workhorse stock, look at NIO. They're all up like 600% for the year. Even analyzing Hyliion's 5-year chart. I mean, this thing IPO'd pretty recently, April 22nd, 2020. It's already up 300%. I mean, like taking a look at that overall, I mean, that's awesome. Most stocks don't go up 300% in a couple of months, right? If this thing IPO'd in April and right now we're in October, I mean, most people are happy with 3% a year. So, I mean, Hyliion's growth is crazy because a lot of people know that Hyliion's going to have a lot to offer as a company. You guys have to be patient with the stock and let it do its thing. But I know that once it gets its show on the road, once Hyliion starts making more of a name for itself, I know a lot of people are going to be all over Hyliion stock. I think Hyliion stock is a good investment. Obviously, everything I say in my videos is not financial advice. It's just my personal opinion, but I do think Hyliion has a lot to offer as a company. Despite it being down 12.05% for the week, I'm still going to be picking up Hyliion shares because I see the value in Hyliion in the long term. Who knows where it could be 1 or 2 years from now. It could be a $50 share. It could be a $100 share. Despite what it may be, I know it's going to be better than this $39.75 price tag that we're looking at. And I know that Hyliion is going to be able to grow because not only is there a lot of bullish people behind Hyliion, but it's also just the market itself. The market that it's tackling has just started to grow. It hasn't reached its peak growth yet. If you take a look at gas-powered cars, that whole market is very, very saturated, right? There's so many car companies, and they don't really innovate that much. A lot of new car companies or a lot of old car companies are starting to roll out EV vehicles. If you take a look at Nissan and Ford and all these other companies are trying to roll out electric vehicles because they know it's going to be the future. So Hyliion is in a very good position right now. I think people should pick up Hyliion stock. This $39.75 price tag, I still think it's actually a bargain for a company that I know is going to be doing very, very well. But with that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. Let me know down in the comment section below, guys, what you think of Hyliion stock. Do you think Hyliion stock is going to be a successful company? Do you think Hyliion stock is going to continue to grow? I'm very curious to know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Thank you. Have a great day.